I hate you all. But I love you. Okay, here we go.
Okay. My name is Dana Stokesbury, and I will be talking about education funding. We are all suffering from this recession. As we struggle to save money and prioritize our spending, the government has made many drastic cuts in our national budgets. Some of these cuts have helped, and most of them have not. But the most crippling cut is towards our education funding. Scholastic funding has been cut dramatically, and it is difficult to achieve success in life if some of our resources are inadequate. Schools need to be granted higher funding to cover all of our students' educational and extracurricular activities. When I was in elementary school, we would bring in paper towel, hand sanitizer, and tissues to receive extra credit. In middle school, we had to bring $10 for any elective because the budget only covered for 75 students when there were 150 of us. When I was in high school, each person had to pay out of pocket to be able to participate in any extracurricular activity, and this needs to stop now. It is absolutely detrimental to the future of our children's education and for us as a nation to have adequate funding so every student can have an equal learning opportunity. Now, why is raising the budget so important for schools? By having enough money to provide for extracurricular activities, students are able to pursue what they could potentially love in life. This broadens their horizon and does not limit students to learn Now I know what you're thinking. How can we fix this problem? Now, this problem cannot be solved by any one individual by itself, but it can be solved if we are all aware of the situation and make an honest effort to get involved in our community. I'm not saying that everyone has to be a lobbyist or protest to fix the situation. However, we do need to vote, and who will represent us as true views of the people to protect our future. This past midterm, I made sure to go out and vote for candidates who I was confident to be responsible and take action in our community. Now imagine a future where you don't have to worry about whether or not your children will receive an education and participate in extracurricular activities without having to worry about paying anything extra. In my high school, if you wanted to play any sport, you'd have to come up with the money all on your own. Most equipment ranged between $100 to $500 depending on each sport. If you were in dancing, you had to buy your own shoes. And if you did any science club, you would have to make money all year to be able to do hands-on experiments, so you wouldn't be bored to death just by reading the book. I watched some of my close friends be turned down from these activities because they weren't able to pay. Theater productions were really big for me, and some of my best friends were turned down, which is the hardest thing to watch. If you wanted to have any fun or enjoyment, you really just had to pay for it. Not everyone could. These children are our future, and now just imagine that future and how it would be if our children were not taken care of like they should. It may not seem like there's a lot we can do, but there is. We just need to put ourselves out there. I'm not saying to boycott or to protest and lobby state officials until they do what we want. That doesn't do much good anyway these days. The best solution to this problem is to be involved in parent, teacher, and student associations and to be active community members. School budgets have not just affected me as a student, but have also affected our future. And cutting the finances to schools has restricted the availability of extracurricular activities for students, forcing the students to pay for anything extra that they wanted to do, when the sad truth is not all of them could. We need to let these people understand that the children are our future, and limiting them to the strict curriculum will not allow them to pursue what they might grow to love. If more money is granted to educational funding, the results are better learning facilities. Higher funding would make an entire school come together with more successful students who could go out into the real world and apply themselves. Thank you.
Look, they're all still there.